last time, we were in totally very different adventures. On the one hand, we had a ship called the Pondskipper approaching its destination with young Tia, the Ribbon Princess, and a man named Hank who seemed very crabby.
Quite.
On the other hand, there was two gentlemen on an island that were very confused with existing itself. And on the third hand, there was someone who just couldn't seem to stay in one place at all. And today is also a day where he continues to not be capable of staying in one place. So as the storm impends upon this ship, the Pondskipper, and two castaways are adrift upon a floaty made of ice, the lightning above strikes, and the rain begins to pour. And in one of the flashes of lightning, a man appears aboard the Pondskipper who was not there before. He's standing over the now dead body of who used to be the second in command of the Pondskipper. Can Tia and Hank please give me a perception check? I would like to know if you would even notice if he's there.
What do I see with my special...
I rolled a 1.
Oh, good. Tia is very distracted. You can see the storm happening. There's like the island that's bobbing away in the distance that looks very odd. It's kind of overwhelming. Hank?
I have a 22.
Oh, shit. The lightning strikes, and behind you, you hear a small gasp. A male gasp. And you turn around, and you see... Please describe yourself, Tony.
Yeah, before I describe myself, I have to roll a d4 real quick. Hold on. Oh, good. This is going to be a good first impression. I am a elf with dark red hair, eyebrows, and lighter red, almost like a pink skin. I am currently wearing a number of robes. The outermost robe is one that has a kind of just a black and like mostly black but with a white outline. The inner robe is actually a patchwork of colors. You have red, blue, green, mostly seasonal based colors with patches, actually almost like a quilt, patchwork quilt with different symbols upon each square. The symbols like leaves or the sun or any other type of symbol that might represent a specific season. I'm a very a tall but thin figure. Standard pointy elf ears, very short cropped, shaved on the sides, haircut, slicked back. Almost if anybody is familiar with the show Peaky Blinders, it's a very Peaky Blinders haircut. And I am looking very angry at the moment with my hand on the hilt of a still sheathed rapier.
Well, see, I didn't have to revive him. He's been reincarnated.
Who?
And you just point down to the body.
Oh, fuck!
Yep, Shift, you're literally standing over a corpse. And it looks fried crispy.
What the fuck? Where did you come from?
The rapier gets unsheathed. Who are you?
Who are you? You're the one who just fucking showed up on our boat and is pointing a knife at me.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to show up someplace and ask who we are. That's like if I came into your house and it was like, hey, what's up? Who are you?
You like to talk a lot.
And as you say, you like to talk a lot. I'm going to need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw as a wave washes over the boat and the water begins to be very choppy. Also, for the folks in the water, meaning Mr. Arger and Sapala, please also give me a dexterity roll, as it seems like the ocean itself is lunging you up out of the water towards this ship.
If I am correct, I am still exhausted.
Yes, you unfortunately have disadvantage.
And we're both still slightly fried, so...
Oh boy.
I got 12.
Okay, that is a failure. Next.
Great.
I got a 15.
That succeeds.
Woo!
13.
That is a failure.
Shit.
19.
Arger?
3.
3. That is also a failure, so...
So me and Shift have this locked.
We said stare at each
you like
other.
To talk a lot, just bodies everywhere. Just
Sapala and Arger, A surge of water bubbles up from beneath you, and you realize you're suddenly on top of a massive wave heading towards what appears to be, from this height now, you can see a small ship. And just as you're having the thought, boy, I should brace myself, you both smash into the deck of this ship. You take 5 damage as you hit the deck real hard. Tia, you also take 5 damage as this wave washes into you, and you also smack the railings.
I love the visual.
Hank and Shift, this wave hits you, but you're both able to brace yourself and remain on your feet. However, you're now very soaking wet. It's not super pleasant. Your eyes probably sting a little from the salt.
As the water hits, there's also, like, steam kind of coming off of Shift's skin. And also, I would like to make it known that, and I assume Hank did the same, eye contact was not broken throughout the entirety of this situation between me and Hank.
Hank ain't looking like a bitch in this situation.
Okay, so thankfully Captain Cool is not washed asunder. He remains at the helm, fighting the waves as well and shouting encouragement. Thankfully, Gonthan appears to have hidden under the deck, as has Brooke. The body of the former second mate washes over into the ocean and into the depths.
His family's gonna be pissed.
And with that, I'd like everyone to roll initiative as we jump right into a skills challenge.
Oh, I bet.
Awesome.
With disadvantage.
Oh, man.
A grand total of 3 again.
Tree. Okay. Tony?
7.
Okay. Juicy. Sapala?
Also 7.
Sapala, your dex is...
Dex mod of 2.
Shift. What's your dex mod?
The rapier that I just unsheathed is a rapier of warning, which means I get advantage on initiative checks, which I did not do. So I'm going to do that
please.
now.
Perfect.
So it's 11.
Then I don't need your dex. Yet. Tia.
16.
Hank.
19.
Okay, so we have Hank, Tia, Shift, Sapala, and Arger. So we have Hatusasur.
Nailed it.
Hitishisur chicken.
Nailed it.
Nailed it in one take.
That's
Nailed
my
it.
favorite steak sauce is Hitishisur.
Tertiary.
Hatusasur.
Now low sodium option.
Sounds juicy.
Tertiary light.
I think that's what Rachel Ray does when she puts on when she's cooking. Her Worcestershire sauce.
Okay, so to start, we have Senor Hank, the grumpiest one. Please, what are you doing for the skills challenge? Because the ship is in a storm, a tempest, if you would. It's very cloudy, things only appear to be getting worse, darker, stormier, thunder, lightning, the whole shebang-a-bang.
Do we know how many successes or failures we need?
Yes, you need 8 successes and 3 failures.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh boy.
So we're basically trying to weather the weather, yes?
Yes. Weather the storm, as it were.
Yeah, so I would say that maybe the ship is starting to pitch and keel and, do all those weird ship bobby motions.
Very likely, yes.
And so Hank, in his grumpy old man Dex way, will just kind of, allow himself to slide a direction, that the ship is going, and uses acrobatics to kind of, grab a rope and, whip to a safer area of the ship. Almost nonchalant, just like Mary Poppins style, just...
Okay, and what skill are you using for that guy?
Acrobatics?
Please do.
18 plus 5 is 23.
Wow. That is absolutely a success.
Still making eye contact.
Still making eye contact. Just describe to me what that looks like. Just go for that.
Yeah, so just full on Mary Poppins style. The ship starts to pitch one way, and Hank just keeps his eyes on shift. And, the water from the ship, slides him a direction. He just kind of, hands out. Another rope swings by, and just perfect catch. Just... and just kind of, just swings away with the ship.
Like a pendulum.
Yes.
Shift is just following him with the now unsheathed rapier, just trying to keep the point pointed towards him as he's monkey, jungle gymming around the ship.
Perfect. And that'll be your first success. Next up is Tia. Tia, acrobatics is off the table.
I'm gonna use persuasion to try to persuade everybody to find cover.
Okay, all right. Yeah, there's a bunch of people on the deck. You're on the deck, literally like on your belly, covered in water. And what do you got?
17.
That is a success.
Yay!
So what do you say to persuade everyone to try and get to safety in the midst of this gale?
She's probably running around going, "What the hell are you guys doing just standing around? Get out of here! Go find cover! Go!"
I have a DM question. Is Tia on Barkley right now?
Yes.
Dog!
Dog. Oh my god. So, Tia, you just see this big, hairy, elephant-like man screaming dog at you as you're, like, Barkley is kind of barking and shaking that water off and doing little doggy paddles to get across and doing that weird skittery thing. You know how when it gets wet, animals do that weird skittery thing across the floor? So he's kind of doing that on the deck while you shout orders at people. But that is a success. The captain looks like he can't move, like he's very much directing the ship, so he doesn't hear you. But everyone else did, and I'm sure they're probably thinking, yeah, out of the storm might be a good idea. Next up, we have Shift.
After his not so graceful entrance into the scene, he's going to finally have enough time to kind of analyze the situation while maintaining eye contact with Hank. He's going to use that piercing gaze to try to essentially determine whether the people around him are hostile or not, because he literally just like Nightcrawler bamfed and on top of a dead body, so his immediate reaction was, "I'm in danger."
I'm in danger. I'm in danger!
So he's gonna use that stare, and he's gonna have kind of he's gonna try to get that like connection through the stare to see if this guy's on the level. Sure. And then he's also going to use that same you can kind of tell I'm doing an insight check at this point.
Yes.
He's going to use that same insight check to see if Tia's concern is genuine.
Just trying to understand if these folks are good folks or not so good folks.
Right.
Are you a wicked witch or are you a good witch? Yeah, please, roll me insight.
I like to think Tia's a good witch.
Yeah, so 17 plus 7, so that is a 24.
Absolutely,
Math.
a success as well. I love it. Yeah, that is an absolute success. Shift looks around, and you're making eye contact with Hank, and although you're staring into his eyes, and you're like, God, this guy creeps me out, there's another half of you that's like, God, he looks tired like my dad, and and you don't really, you no longer feel threatened as much as you feel like, oh, it's almost like a dad protecting his family because I just appeared. You look at Tia and you can see even to your eyes, she seems new. Do you know what I mean? Like, she seems like she is genuinely panicked at the situation and genuinely concerned for everybody's well-being. She seems frantic to get everybody to safety.
Shift will stop slowly caressing his rapier and will resheath the weapon.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the whole time you were stroking your rapier at Pat? Or at Hank?
Oh my god.
While not breaking eye contact the entire time, just slowly.
No, man, you don't make eye contact like that when you do it. You never finish. You never finish.
No, man, it's just real fast and you stop. It's real fast and you stop. You don't. Why?
Why are you going so slow? Why are you going?
The mental imagery in my mind of just like Sapala and Archer just sort of looking up and just seeing this elven-looking gentleman stroking his rapier, staring at a man, like, and just like,
they're just like
clearly looking in some sort of thought and consideration, like he's like some villain, like stroking a cat. It's I can't.
Look, Shift's seen some shit. Okay, he might have developed a couple of weird nuances. So.
Like no, but like from Sapala's like position, it's like he wants to look away, but he can't. It's like when like an animal at a zoo is doing something weird, and it's like you feel like you should look away out of like respect, but you can't. It's just drawing you in.
Okay, and speaking of Sapala, it is Sapala's turn. Sapala, you cannot use Insight.
Which is a problem, because it's the one thing I really wanted to try using.
I'm sure.
I know. So, in that case, given the situation, he kind of, briefly comes out of, being smacked in the face with a boat.
Yep.
He wants to kind of look around to get an idea of where the hell they landed, because last time they landed was on a beach, so, and he just heard someone screaming about, get shelter, and so, I want to try doing a perception check on this, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Get, my idea of my surroundings.
Yes, please give me a perception check. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. Hopefully better than my initiative score. Slightly. 17.
That is a success. So you look around, and you stand up, and you find that there's wood under your feet, but it's not, rotted and soft like you're used to when it's underwater. This is solid, and you look around and you realize these are the things that you've seen in the distance, especially that time you saved that kid. This is a ship. You're on an actual boat.
It's above water. In that case, he's probably freaked out to be like, oh wait, this is the before I salvage part. This is not the part I want to be a part of right now.
I'll come back later, guys, to steal all your shit.
Yeah, you also essentially see the captain at the helm, desperately trying to steer the ship to safety. You see the thunder and the lightning above you crashing. You feel the ship rocking, and in the pit of your stomach, you basically have a sense of that roller coaster drop feel. I don't know if Sapala would have ever experienced that prior to this.
I don't think there are a lot of roller coasters under the ocean. So I'm probably not. But for the record, maritime sea law is very clear about salvage versus than stealing. If you guys are dead and there's a boat underwater, it's all pretty much free game. So morally, he's in the clear on this.
That's fair.
Sapala's rooting for the storm.
Didn't say that.
Didn't not say that.
Your words, not mine.
So
You didn't have to say it. It's in your eyes, man. It's in your eyes.
Oh god. So that is a success.
Are you staring in my eyes now?
I'm staring at everyone's eyes.
Somehow.
I'm slowly making eye contact with each and every one of you as I slowly stroke my rapier.
Just standing on the middle of the deck, slowly turning, stroking his sword, and making eye contact uncomfortably with everyone.
You're gonna find a vacant stare with mine.
Stroking the rapier. There's the title of the episode right there.
Yeah.
Or uncomfortable eye contact. Oh my god. Alright. Archer.
Are the rest of the gang in the lower decks yet? Or is it Tia and the crew basically shepherding people downstairs?
Tia is trying to get the other folks to kind of follow her and Barkley to safety.
So she is currently on top of Barkley, yes?
Right.
I am going to run over and grab the dog I see and carry the dog downstairs as fast as I can using athletics.
I'm magically unable to fall off my dog, so you pick me up too.
So I'm gonna carry them both, yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I would almost argue that's actually an animal handling check, literally.
Alright, you're the boss. Whatever you want.
I feel like he's not directing the dog. He's
No,
more
he's
literally manhandling
physically
it.
manhandling the dog, though.
Have you ever tried to pick up a dog and have it not do that weird kicking
And
out
it
thing?
didn't want to? Yeah, if you've ever tried to pick up a dog that doesn't want you to pick it up, that's an animal handling check, my friend.
You're the boss. Okay. Animal handling it is. Alright, well, I got an 8.
That is a failure.
Can I flavor this?
Please.
He comes over, he tries to pick up the dog, Barkley, and I'm just sitting there
Before you run over, I do scream the word, dog!
You try to come over really quickly. I've never seen you before, so I just smack your hand. Barkley yips, goes yip, and he runs off nope. Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Barkley taking off, and unfortunately taking Tia with her. Like,
Oh, flailing. Unfortunately, that will be your first failure. So currently,
Of course it
you
is.
have 4 successes, 1 failure. You need 4 more successes to succeed. Or 2 more failures to fail. Top of the... Oh, actually, hang on. I need a D10.
wait, what?
Oh boy.
Oh no. Just trying to figure out how much money to give us in multiples of 10.
So at the top of the round, the storm starts to kick up. Turbulent waters occur. The ships rock hard, making movement difficult. On the next check, all players have disadvantage.
Oh, damn.
Top of the round, it is Hank.
Yeah, Hank, still stoic, riding his little Mary Poppins rope. He sees the disarray caused by the frog and the mammoth, and realizes that the only sane person that he can see on this ship right now is either Captain Cool, which is far away from him and doing shit, and the guy not doing shit, which is Shift. So he's going to just still as stoic as ever, just ride that rope around, and when he gets back around to Shift, he's going to try and use a persuasion check to see if he can actually get him to help.
Okay. Sure. So on the rotation, roll me a d20. Let's see if you persuade him as you spiral by at disadvantage. Yeah, sorry.
I don't need to roll the second dice because that is a 1.
Oh, let me roll the fail scale.
Ouch. Hank just goes to, like, open his mouth to speak and immediately just gets fucking demolished by a wave.
I was picturing, like, they collide, where it's like, I'll get the frog, you get the... It's just both off the side of the ship.
You got a 96%?
Oh my god, you're gonna die. Hank is dead.
Roll your character.
So Hank, as you start spiraling around to go say something to Shift, the wind catches your rope. It's wet and slippery, so you let go and skid face first across the deck. Give me a deck save, please.
I'm good at those. Oh wait, is it at disadvantage too? Oh, why you
no.
not? Why you gotta nod your head at that? Damn. 14 is looking good. 14 is where it's at. Plus 2 for the dex is a 16 dex save.
That is a success. You are safe.
Damn
You managed
straight it better
to
be.
scrabble. You're welcome. You managed to, like, dig your fingernails in and just avoid being knocked into the water. And you feel very silly.
You get the mammoth, I'll get the frog, and we'll both pretend that didn't happen.
Shift is just really... It's trying real hard not to just, like, laugh at this point.
Tia, it is your turn. You just watched Hank essentially, like, get flung across the deck. You see this strange man kind of trying not to chuckle at Hank face planting on the deck. You ran away from a very hairy, very aggressive dog lover man. And there's a fish guy kind of just hanging there looking dazed.
So, right now, Barkley's probably freaking the hell out. Like, yo, we haven't really experienced storms or boats or people.
Yeah, this is probably not great for him.
So I'm gonna use animal handling and try to, like, calm him down.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Oh.
No!
I am so sorry, guys. That will be a failure for the very first skills challenge as a group. Okay, so you try to lead Barkley away, but during this point, the lightning strikes the ship again, and it scares him so badly that he yelps, jumps, and then drags you under the lower deck into the kitchen, and he hides with you under the kitchen table while everything is kind of shaking and rattling. Brooke is in there holding cabinets shut and, like, you know, kicking glass things closed so they're not exploding everywhere, and going, bring it on! to the ship. Those of you who are on the deck still, though, as the lightning strikes the deck, you hear a crack, and the main mast of the ship snaps in twain. You hear briefly for a minute the flutter of the canvas sails as they crash onto the deck. I'm going to need everyone to also give me another, you could do dex, acrobatics, or athletics to get out of the way of this mast. You're under, Tia, so you don't have to do one, but everyone who's still on deck, you have to give me either dex, acrobatics, athletics to get out of the way.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh, you got a 1, Mike?
Mother of God.
Bye, Archer.
Welcome to the future, and you're dead.
His last words were, Dog!
Dog. What do you got, Shift?
7. I got a set. It was you said disadvantage again, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the 7.
Okay. Hank.
8.
Great. Sapala?
That's going to be a 6.
Woohoo! Failboat!
Okay. Mike, you got a 72 on the fail scale.
What does that mean?
Archer falls into the water.
And I can't swim.
And you cannot swim. Everyone else also falls into the water. But Archer is sinking.
Oh yeah, I'm a big boy.
Yeah, Archer, I actually am going to have you make a Constitution saving throw immediately, since your score was so low.
18 on the die plus 5 in Constitution, so that's 23.
Ooh, you save! You get a breath of air before you go under.
It's the snout. It's the trunk.
Yeah, just his nose like a snorkel is above water. So he has a little more air than he initially thought he would.
Oh, goody.
But as you guys fall overboard and the lightning strikes, the winds blow, the sound of the ocean essentially thrashing around you fills everyone's ears. And I'd like everyone briefly, if you could, to give me a perception check. I just had a small stroke. A perception check. Perception.
Perception.
A perception.
Nat 1.
Why?
Do I also roll a perception?
No, unfortunately you're inside. You're not going to be able to see this anyway. Sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to clarify.
Curran, that's a 90 on the fail scale, so we'll handle that in a second. What do you got, Billy?
I got a 12.
Okay. Shift?
15.
Okay. Hank?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Well, first we'll handle Archer. Archer, you're drowning. So all you can actually see is... Well, actually, you don't even really see because it's salt water, and you've never had salt water in your eyes before, and it hurts like a son of a bitch. You shout underwater, drowning a little bit more. Give me a Constitution save. What the fuck?
I hear it. Don't you worry.
7.
Okay. You start to drown a little.
Oh, great. Great.
Now that's a fucking title, is You Start to Drown a Little.
Well, he strokes his rapier and doesn't lose eye contact.
This has been quite a night.
Hank, though, you see the splash as everyone falls in the water. You kind of vaguely hear the elephant-type man kind of struggling real hard. And as you're falling, you look up into the sky, and you see the flash of lightning. But behind the flash, you see the silhouette of something flying away with massive wings. There's a glint of scale, and it disappears behind a cloud in the direction that your ship was originally traveling. And as it starts fading away, so does the storm.
Thanks for coming by and fucking up my day, you scaly shit.
Just to clarify, Hank's the only one that saw that?
Unfortunately, Hank is the only one that saw that.
Okay.
I ain't seeing shit. I'm underwater.
Steph.
Would you like to go try to save Archer? Yes, please.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
You have a swim speed, so please do so.
Yes,
I don't.
I'm gonna try to, I'm basically going to, because I'm well aware of his situation, and I mean, my makeshift pool noodle worked for a while, but I don't feel like this is the appropriate situation for that. So Zapala is going to swim right under Archer, like a little farther under than he would be and kind of under where his legs would be, and I'm going to use my wild shape to turn into a giant seahorse.
Oh, okay, very smart.
I didn't even know those were a thing, but alright.
Which is a large creature, so it should easily be able to kind of have him on his back.
Sure.
And I'm basically going to swim up.
Archer, below you, a massive animal that you've never encountered in your whole life, essentially lifts you up, and you get a gasp of air. And your lungs burn briefly, and your eyes hurt, but you're alive, and that's what matters. Everyone else, you hear voices, you hear Captain Cool shouting, man overboard, and he throws a life preserver to... Sorry, I'm just gonna roll so it's random. He throws a life preserver to Shift.
After all the things we've been through.
And he says, grab a board, lad, grab a board! And then he looks over at Hank, and he lifts a hand towards you, and his palm begins to glow blue, and the water around you begins to lift. So he apparently is some sort of caster who can cast Control Water. And he lifts Hank out of the water and dumps him back onto deck safely. And Shift, do you grab the life preserver?
How much distance is between me and the deck of the ship?
Like 30 feet?
Okay, no, I'm not going to grab the life preserver. Instead, I'm going to... Might as well get this out of the way early. I'm going to face step onto the deck.
Great. Roll me that special dice, my friend.
Alright, so...
boy.
How did we agree on this again? I am going to roll another d4, so that way I have another season. We should probably explain this all to the audience right now, because a lot of this seems probably confusing for them.
Very confusing.
The reason why I originally rolled a d4 before I explained what my character looks like is because my character is an Eldritch Elf, but because of his affliction, he constantly changes seasons. Which Eldritch Elves are, their color, their demeanor, their attitude, their behavior, everything about an Eldritch Elf changes based on the season that they're currently aligned with. I was aligned with summer, and now every time I phase step, I switch seasons, potentially. See what the other season is.
A homebrewed rule, only for this character.
Yes, only for this character. The other season that I am switching to is autumn. So that means that gives me two options as far as what my face step will actually do, because again, Eldritch Elves get a bonus to their face step. So either A, the summer bonus is, once I land, once the teleport is finished, any creature within 5 feet of me takes fire damage, but I get to choose if they take fire damage or not. And then autumn, immediately after I face step as well, up to 2 creatures of my choice that I can see within 10 feet must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by me. Now, to choose which one of those actually goes off, because of all these homebrew rules that we're making, I am ultimately going to, flip a coin, but with dice. So I'm going to I'm going to roll a d6. 1 through 3 will be the summer effect. 4 through 6 will be the autumn effect. So...
Everybody got that?
Yeah, so that was a 3. So that's the summer effect. So I'm going to face step onto the deck.
Okay.
But instead of actually allowing the fire damage to hurt anyone, I'm just going to make my entrance look fucking awesome.
Okay. Well, as you try to face step.
Oh,
God damn it.
God damn it, you just made me roll disadvantage through a whole fucking skill challenge.
Sure
and now you're going
did.
to fuck up my superhero landing?
I sure
my
did, you crazy
anti-superhero
wild
land. You're going to
magic
fuck this up
sorcerer.
too?
I sure will.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
The character's name is Shift, but with how much shit's going on, we might as well have called him, actually.
Actually? I want you to roll on the magic, on the wild magic table for me, please.
Okay. Roll a D100. Hold on.
I swear to God, if he fireballs himself and burns the ship up, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
It'll be funny. What do you got?
45.
Okay, let's see.
She's smiling so wide right now.
Oh! You cast Levitate on yourself. So it's even cooler than when you initially thought it would
cooler.
be.
Okay, I can... so he gets the lifesaver thrown, or the life preserver thrown down to him. He looks at it and just, huffs, and then immediately disappears, reappears in the middle of the ship, floating in midair as fire is kind of swirling around him.
Like the
and
fucking Avatar.
David Blaine.
Like Goku over here.
And he just slowly, lowers himself onto the deck of the ship as the fire fades. And as the fire fades, the mist that is, the steam that's caused by the fire kind of blocks everyone's view of Shift temporarily. And then when you can see Shift again, everything that was a red hue is now more of a amber, almost like a brownish orange.
So basically, we just had a David Blaine changing outfits.
A little
moment.
bit, yeah. We just had a cha-cha kind of moment.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a costume shifter.
Is it still identifiably you? It's just color changes?
It's still, all the other things about Shift are the same, other than two things. The color of his eyes, his hair and his skin, and his demeanor. He is no longer looking angry, but rather standing in kind of a superhero pose with his fists on his hips, as he's looking off kind of just slightly up and to the right.
Tia's gonna be so confused when she gets out.
Oh, God.
I mean, this is some dissociative identity disorder stuff.
Right? Oh my god.
Journey into the psyche of D&D players.
Oh no. Okay. So Shift does this really excellent landing, and Captain Cool goes, right, okay, and he just kind of pulls the ring back in, and he looks over at Hank, and he's like, you alright? Sorry I had to be a little rough there, we only have one preserver.
You made your choices.
Eeny, meeny, miny, that guy seemed less capable, Mo. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I like that answer. That's a way better answer. I like that answer.
I think it goes without saying, Steph, that I am making my way towards the boat.
Yes. Behind you, Hank, you see a very massive seahorse swimming with a very hairy, very wet humanoid. Essentially, because you're so soppy wet, you look like a sad mop. Arger.
And they say he was the saddest mop in the closet.
Oh.
I empathize with this mom. Can we keep him, Captain?
I mean, we have to take them on board. It would only be right. And he also puts a hand out towards them, and again, using control water, lifts the two of them back onto the ship.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the second we land on the deck, I'm just gonna turn back to normal.
Oh, well, that's handy.
What? That was you?
Yeah, it was me. You were drowning.
Thank you, but how did you do that?
I think magic? I think we've sort of
Well,
established
that was a magic thing, sir. That was a magic thing. Did he hit his head? Is he okay?
I don't understand any of this magic stuff.
Also, we are on a boat.
Yes, welcome to the Pondskipper. Happy to have you new three aboard. Were all of you castaways? And Captain Cool, who is a Ribbiton man, he is dressed in a very professional-looking nautical uniform. He's wearing, a captain's hat.
Sapala's head shrinks down into his shoulders a little bit. He's just his face is just all smile and glee and nerves. He's just hello, land people. It's very nice to meet you.
Oh, you're Triton, yes? Hello, my name is Captain Cool, and he extends a webbed hand out to you, Sapala.
And he just goes, he kind of just looks at his hand for a second, looks at his own, and just takes his hand, two-handed, and shakes it violently, and just goes, "It is very nice to meet land people." And
you pretty much shake his whole body. He's like, oh, okay, and he lets go of you. He laughs, but he's like, oh, I'm very uncomfortable by what you just did. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just very nervous. I've never really met a lot of land people before who weren't drowning or, being shot out into the beach.
Oh, okay, well that's okay. Welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, that's me. Oh, you were talking about me.
This is a very big day for me.
At this point, I come out from under the ship and I have my crossbow drawn at Archer, who the hell are you?
Dog!
No!
Are you still riding the dog?
She's still riding the dog. She comes out with crossbows aimed at Archer.
I get down to my knees and go, "Who's that good doggy?"
I whack him with the crossbow, no! Bad boy!
Ow!
Who are you?
What is that?
It's a dog!
Real quick, I'm gonna do my own perception check to see if I recognize that he's just dumb, not a threat.
That is an insight check, my love.
That was an 18.
18. Yeah, you recognize he's just kind of naive and a little dumb, but he means absolutely no harm, and he genuinely just really wants to pet the dog.
So I stop him like, we ask first.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? I asked both of you.
I go, I'm Tia. I reach out my hand.
I look to Sapala with the hand thing, and I go, again with the hand thing. Is this a thing?
It's a thing people do with traders, but I think this is okay too. Whenever excited.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got stuff for that. Let me see.
No.
No. We're not trading.
Hi, I'm Tia. When people greet each other, when they introduce themselves, they shake.
Oh, okay.
No, he shakes wet all over you with his soggy hair.
I'm used to it. I'm already wet. So I just go you grab my hand, and then you gently go like this.
Oh, okay. Oh!
So she reaches out and teaches him to shake.
What is your name?
My name is Arger.
Nice to meet you, Arger. Would you like to pet my dog?
I would love to pet your dog. What is your dog's name?
His name is Barkley, and I get off the dog.
I pat my knees, and I'm like, Barkley! Does he come to me at all?
Give me an animal handling roll.
Oh, here we go. Disadvantage. Oh, God. 11 altogether.
I think that's enough. He's probably cautious of you, but he'll come over. He looks at Tia, and Tia seems cool with you now, so he kind of slinks over, and sniffs you.
I am very excited, and I scritch his ears and pet him very excitedly like a little kid playing with a dog.
His tail, thumps once you start petting him. He's cool with it.
Your dog is so cool!
Sapala's gonna be it's standing next to Arger as he's looking at playing with the dog, and he looks to Tia and he goes, "Hi, I am, I do know how to shake hands. It's nice to meet you, Miss Tia. You said."
Have I ever encountered a Triton before?
Ribbitons, you've heard of Tritons. I doubt you've ever met one. So it's probably interesting for you, but you're not ignorant of other races like Arger is.
Fair. Tia, very excited, goes, "Hi, I'm Tia."
Hi, I'm Sapala. It's really nice to meet you. You were the fourth land person I've met.
Nice! You're I don't even know the number of people I've met. This is my first adventure. Hi!
This is my first adventure not under the ocean.
Nice!
Actually, well, I suppose this is my second adventure not under the ocean, but it's also my first not inside a dragon turtle.
Oh! What's a dragon turtle?
It's like a turtle, but it's really big, but then it's like a dragon that goes in your face. It breathes hot water and stuff. It's very terrifying and very scary.
Why were you inside it?
Huh. That's a good question. I'm not really sure why someone hollowed up part of a shell.
Captain Cool looks very confused by this conversation, so he kind of heads over to Shift, I'm sorry, were you one of the castaways as well? And he kind of extends a hand to Shift.
Shift has not stopped superhero posing throughout the entire conversation you guys have had.
Are you, okay? Did you injure your head?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. How is everyone? Is everyone okay? I know it was a little rough back there, but does anybody require assistance?
We appreciate the help, sir. What was your name?
My name is Shift.
Shift. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Captain Cool. This is my ship, the Pondskipper. Good to have you aboard. Glad everyone is safe.
Yes, did we confirm that? Did you have anybody inside the ship? Do they require assistance?
Oh, Brooke was inside, and he looks over at Tia and he says, you were in the kitchen, weren't you?
I just go, yep, she's fine.
And as you say that, you can hear Brooke, cursing at things in the kitchen, angrily repositioning stuff that was shifted out of the way, and just angry as fuck. Yeah, she sounds fine.
As soon as Shift hears the word kitchen, his eyes light up, and he's immediately looks at Captain Cool. The kitchen would be located in the direction
decks,
of the
yes,
yelling. Of
yes.
the yelling? Follow the got
yes,
it.
Yes, but I'd be careful if I were you. She does not sound pleased at the moment. I don't.
Oh, don't you worry about me. Shift
Don't you
never shies
fucking
away
worry.
yeah. As he poses real quick again, don't you worry about me. I never shy away from danger. And then I'm just gonna kind of walk my way downstairs and
Oh my god.
and try to see if I can make my way towards the kitchen.
Okay. Oh. Sapala?
Shift seems like he's got so much random energy. Okay.
It's kind of the point.
I apparently he has so much emotional effort on your end, Tony. I commend you.
You just started, my friend.
There we go. Anyways, as Archer's like with the dog, like I would kind of like kneel down a little bit and just specifically talking directly to Barkley because Tia said that it was polite to ask. So and I've been dying to know this the entire time, so he's going to talk to Barkley and say, "Hello, I'm told you are a dog. I do not know what you are, but for some reason I have an urge to rub your belly. May I do so?"
Hi there. I would love if you rubbed my belly.
Does he respond?
Oh my god, Hannah is flailing wildly in the background.
Oh my god, this opens so many doors.
Did you not know that I could talk to animals?
He's a druid.
No.
I mean, clearly someone wasn't paying attention to my episodes, so, I mean, Hannah, you're on watch now.
Like, I knew you could talk to animals, but I thought it was, like, fish-related. I don't know.
All animals.
Oh, man.
Technically,
Hannah's
as a
so
Triton,
happy.
it's fish-related, but because of my druid background, it is, in fact, all animals.
So, to everybody else, Sapala kneels down and starts talking to Barkley. And Barkley excitedly barks at him, lays on his back, and rolls over to offer his belly.
Oh, I am totally rubbing this dog's belly, too.
I just come over, I'm like, did you just talk to... Did he respond?
He looks at Tia and then kind of realizes what he's done and kind of looks a little embarrassed. He goes, yeah?
Barkley looks at Sapala and goes, "That's my mommy. I love her."
What did he say?
He just said that you were his mommy and he loves you?
Barkley, I love you too. And I go down and I scratch his little face.
I continue to rub his belly.
He wags his tail. He's very happy with this.
He's such a good boy.
I look to Sapala as I'm petting the dog, and I go, "Our dog's great, they're the best!"
I don't know what one is, but I am enjoying it so far.
This man is very loud. He frightens me because he is loud, but he rubs my belly real good.
That's Archer. He's very nice. I think so far. He means well. He really does mean well.
He is big.
He is big.
He is bigger than a bear. I saw a bear once. Do you have a ball? I would like a ball. Is that a ball on your waist? He says, looking at the rock who holds your friend.
No. That's a rock. That's not for you.
What did he say?
He wanted a ball for some reason.
You see the word ball, and Barkley sits up with his ears all perked up.
I have something he might like. I rifle through my bag, and I pull out a saber tooth from a saber-toothed tiger. And I just go and I go, chew?
No.
Chew?
No.
Okay. No, chew.
Barkley seemed interested, but as soon as you put it away, he's sad.
Oh.
I probably have a ball, right? I just pull it
Probably
out,
in your pack.
and I just try to throw it.
Give me an athletics check.
Which direction? I was not near the edge of the boat. I hope.
We'll find out.
16.
Oh, it's a good throw. So you throw it, and it misses the edge of the ship, luckily, and misses most of the debris. And Barkley is happily able to aptly snap it from the air and drool all over it. He's very excited. He flops on the deck and, like, drools all over his ball, and he's very excited. And also Paula can hear his ball, but it, his mouth is full, so it's ball.
I come over and I grab the ball from Barkley and I kind of like wipe it off on my pants and I go to Sapala. I'm like, here, you try. He'll chase it.
Sapala will take it in his hand and he'll look at it and just okay. And he's gonna underhand kind of chuck the ball lightly, not sure what he's doing, but trying to follow suit.
Go ahead, give me an athletics roll.
I just want everyone to know that Arju will die for Barkley. This is his new motivation now.
That's an 11?
I mean, it's kind of a weak throw. It kind of rolls across the deck, but Barkley still very excitedly chases it, grabs it, puts it in his mouth, and again does the whole ball routine, drools all over it.
I kind of lean over to him. I'm like, that's what he's used to. It's okay.
Okay.
Hank, on your shoulder, you feel Ari is fluffing up and drying her feathers and looking pretty fucking annoyed because she's so wet.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Who are you talking to? Also, hi, I'm Arju.
I am talking to my...
It's his life coach.
What is a life coach?
I forgot that she believed that.
I don't know.
It's the bird.
Yeah.
It's his life coach and his accountant.
Correct.
And I don't know
What's
what
an
else.
accountant?
I don't know, but it sounds fun.
Man, does everybody talk to animals but me?
I don't talk to animals.
Wait, you can talk to animals? And he immediately runs right up to, like, Hank and, like, gets uncomfortably close and just goes, I have never met someone else who can talk to animals before. This is very exciting. Hello, my name is Sapala.
And he just kind of, like, like, just to, like, put space and takes, like, a step back. That's very nice. I don't talk to all animals. I just talk to my friend.
Oh, hello, friend of Mr. Hank. And he looks directly at the bird.
Remind me what languages you speak, Sapala.
Common, Primordial, Druidic, and Sylvan, but because of my class, if they are classified as a beast, I can talk to them. So I don't know if that comes into effect on that.
No, that doesn't help you. Actually, what you hear is some bizarre, fluidy language that you don't speak.
Salve and grata a te.
You've never encountered an animal you couldn't speak to? This seems to be one, though.
His eyes just get as big as dinner plates and just goes, I have no idea what you just said, but it was very exciting. What did she say? He looks to Hank.
She said it was very nice to meet you.
It is very nice to meet you too. I cannot understand you, and I'm very sorry about that. I don't know what's wrong.
Ari kind of just makes cooing sounds at you, like, it's okay. like her dove body language says, it's cool.
She said she's deeply offended that you would say such a thing to her.
Ari pecks Hank's cheek and flaps her wings at him.
All right, fine. She said it's...
Who do I believe in this scenario?
I don't know. Who would Sapala believe?
I don't know. What does my insight say? I don't know.
Roll insight, I guess.
That's a 15?
I mean, I assumed that as soon as Hank was being pecked, he stopped trying to do the lie.
Okay, probably. Yeah, so that's enough to realize that it looks like Ari just corrected him.
I do not think you are telling the truth, Mr. Hank.
I mean, you're entitled to your own opinions.
That is very true.
You know, it's a free planet and whatever. And he just kind of looks down at himself and goes, I'm gonna get into something a little less wet. I also need to dry my bird.
I lean into Sapala and I go, does that mean something up here?
I think it means his bird is very wet and needs to be dried off.
Okay.
It might be sailor talk. I'm not very sure. Sailors talk weird sometimes.
I think he means the animal on his shoulder.
Oh! Okay.
You are all uncomfortably close right now.
They're all like gathered in a circle around Hank, and he's like, I don't like this.
Steph, out of pure curiosity, I have a mechanical question.
Yes, what?
The shape water cantrip, can I like pull off like the majority of like the water off them to like just make them like lightly damp or something? Like,
is he gonna wring me out?
I mean,
technically, I can pull water into shape. So could I like draw it off them?
In a 5-foot cube, I would definitely fit in a 5-foot
you
cube.
can try. I mean, that's not really what it's meant for, but yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck. Absolutely.
I've never tried this before. Why not? Yeah. I mean, do I roll for that, or is it just like a let's see?
Arcana check.
Yeah,
Please,
give me an Arcana
please.
check. Actually,
Fish for that
let's give
one.
it a fucking
Sure.
shot. Let's see what happens.
Fish for that
Fishing
one.
for ones.
It's like the goddamn shrink ray from Mystery Men.
Okay, that's not terrible. Plus my Arcana, 13.
Hey, what's your AC?
My AC is a 13.
Okay, cool. On the nose. So, Hank, you start to feel a little funny as the water on your person initially starts to harden into ice. but then begins to, like, flake towards Sapala's extended hand and gather into, like, an ice cube in front of him. You are no longer as wet.
There was areas of me that were wet that also did that, and that was an unusual feeling.
Sorry, I was just trying to help.
I'm not saying that it was bad.
He offers you, like, the ice cube.
No, I don't have, that's going to be way too salty.
Ew.
Because it was ocean water.
Sure.
He doesn't, like, joke just flies right over his head, and Sapala just kind of hawks it off the side of the boat.
And with that, we're going to go to Shift, who went to go investigate Bridget in the kitchen.
We just let that man go?
I'm not in charge.
So below decks, Shift kind of immediately encounters the kitchen, which is like right off the left as you go down below deck. I think I said Bridget, but it's actually Brooke because my brain is dying. And so Brooke is a water genasi. Her hair looks like it's made of kelp and like seaweed, and it's tied into a ponytail. She's kind of a voluptuous water genasi with pale blue skin and blue eyes. She is wearing like kind of a stained apron around her. It looks like she looks like she's essentially cleaning up an explosion that happened in the kitchen because obviously everything shifted around during the storm, so she's trying to clean up the mess, trying to make dinner, and she's cursing at all of it. She has literally the mouth of a sailor.
Well, as soon as Shift enters the room, he immediately notices her like struggling a little bit with all the pots and pans or what have you dispersed around the room as a mess, and immediately starts picking them up and like, oh, please allow me to help. Where does this go?
She spins around. She does not know you. She withdraws a rapier from her apron and immediately holds it up to you and says, "What the actual fuck are you doing in my kitchen?"
Shift is going to use whatever the hell he just picked up as a shield.
We'll say that it's a cookie pan.
Okay, puts a cookie pan up in front of his his face and just kind of peeks around and he goes like, "I am here to help you."
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I'm Shift, and I'm here to help with whatever you require, and it looks like you require a lot at the moment. So what can I do to
I
help?
require you to get out of my kitchen!
Okay. Okay.
Out!
I'm just gonna put this down. I'm gonna put this down. And as
aggressive.
As Shift starts like making his way back up towards the top, can I do a quick perception check to see if there's any like food or perhaps alcohol that could be within reach?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay.
At disadvantage, though, because you're fleeing from a very angry woman.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, well, that was a crit.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
God, I really hope this disadvantage doesn't screw me on this. And that is not bad. That's a 16 plus, perception plus 7. Okay, plus 7. So the 23.
Oh, yeah. So that's enough to see that there's, like, the remains of what would have been a very beautiful turkey dinner that it appears she had prepared and is now torn asunder by like, the flipping of the storm. There's a lot of broken bottles of what probably was a nice ale. There's a lot of smashed bananas, and there's a couple of, like, oranges rolling around on the floor, kind of soaked in the booze. Like, they're not cut,
Perfect.
though.
He grabs as many of the booze-soaked oranges as he possibly can.
Sure.
On his way out.
Roll me a d4. That's how many you grab.
2. I got 2 of
You
them.
got 2 oranges.
Right. Yes.
As you run out the door, and the captain sees you, and he goes, I tried to tell you.
Oh no, she's very pleasant. Here, try one. As I take a bite of my orange and I hand him the other one.
Oh, thank you.
That's delicious.
Do you eat the peel and everything?
And the whole thing.
Oh boy.
Oh, did you want a bite? And then he hands the bitten orange to, did you want one? I can run back down there. There's a couple more. No? Booze-soaked oranges for everybody.
No.
Tia is just very curious as she grabs it from him, just like, yeah. She takes a bite, rind and all.
Can I have a bite?
Oh god.
Yeah, no, Sapala's the same way. He'll try a
I
bite
hand
of
it
it.
to Sapala.
He'll take a bite.
If I'm offered, I will have some.
Gross. What did I get myself into?
Hank is standing in the circle of these 4 people who are all eating oranges, peel and all, just putting his hands in his face like, what the fuck is happening to my life? And we
The title credits come up, standard array.
right? And I say we can imagine, like the camera kind of pans out, and you see this circle of these people standing around this very, very tired-looking Hank, who's like, what the fuck is happening? And you can see the wreckage of the ship, and as we pull away, you can, in the distance, kind of see smoke trailing up from some unknown source. End episode.
Ooh.
Thank you for tuning in to Standard Array. Help our show grow by leaving us a review on your podcast player of choice and sharing us with your friends, players, and DMs. Also, please make sure to follow us on social media or on our Discord server for our next adventure. Links are in this episode's description.